Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. As usual, I'm recording this late at night after going out in Houston, dressing up for you guys. Also, on the town, if you watch my YouTube shorts tonight, well actually not tonight because this video is probably going to be released later than my YouTube shorts, which are real time. But I was at CL in Houston at a restaurant, VIP area. It's kind of a cool restaurant, nightclub, and artist that rhymes with break was there, and some Houston Rockets. Really cool, fun place. Take a look at those YouTube shorts. And guess who got more pictures taken with than that artist? Well, actually it wasn't even me. I'll put up a picture. One of the dates of one of my friends was wearing a bodysuit from a shop on Melrose that I brought him to, and he bought her this great outfit and bodysuit, and yeah, girls get all the attention. So I'll put up maybe a picture of her. But anyway, getting to the point of today's video, I wanted to continue my Rhapsody audio tour follow-up. And this is going to be more music clips with the Alsyvox speaker. One of my favorites, regardless, price no object, it's in the best of the best in my book. And one reason is it's a line source. It's got the ability with one driver type for all the frequencies to give you that coherency that sometimes mixing and matching, even if they're really great drivers of a tweeter, but it's still much different than this type of woofer and this type of mid-range. And there's some coloration differences that some people are sensitive, some aren't. And some meld better than others. But when you know it's one type, there's very limited trade-offs if you can do it like Alsyvox does. Now, Maggies have much more of a trade-off because sometimes they have to mix planars with ribbons, and then the excursion at the panel sizes that they have and the magnet structures aren't able to give you that acoustic wave. So there's definitely some trade-offs with Maggies, but with Alsyvox, they've taken it to a whole new level. They give you that acoustic wave, the push-pull, the magnet structure, all ribbon, and very high-end crossover. Now, ridiculous amount of cost compared to Maggies, I understand, but when we're talking about budgets are relative to people. You know, if you make millions of dollars a month, then this is not going to be an issue to you. You want the best of the best. You like Maggies but want them on steroids and want performance that could be among the best in the world. In many cases, I think the Alsyvox has one of the highest ceilings for giving you that impression that a musician's in the room and you're not listening to speakers, because there is no box colorations. They don't have the driver mismatch issue to worry about. There is a crossover, and there are trade-offs, of course. You know, when I listen to them versus the M9s, I can hear where people could prefer one or the others, obviously, in certain metrics. But the ability to get that floor-to-ceiling soundstage, open baffle, disappear, is so addictive. Just line sources to me, ever since I heard them, just have a huge advantage. Doesn't mean all the time I'm going to prefer a line source or an open baffle over a box speaker. It's always in the implementation. But Alsyvox is at that almost pinnacle of doing it with so few trade-offs. You do have to EQ, I find, open baffles and line sources a little bit more. With that one driver type, it may accentuate some frequencies more than others and cater to certain ranges. Some of the trade-off of having coherency that it does, but man, this is a great speaker. So want to let you hear those music clips, but wanted to give you that preface of things that don't come through on the YouTube clips. So hope you enjoy. Sign up, subscribe. I got a lot more. Oh, you see this over here? The breaker box finally put in. I was teasing it in the YouTube shorts. This thing is killer. Gonna have a lot of content on that soon. And I'm off to Pacific Audio Fest. So sign up, subscribe, and I'll see you back here soon. Just the open baffle sound is so cool.
St. James Infirmary.
The Hans Theesink. Hans Theesink had the cover of it. So Hans Theesink, he had the cover of St. James Clover. It's really good. Yeah.
So that's off a live album, obviously.
Oh yeah. That's really good. Yeah, anything St. James Infirmary, the covers are always so high level.
Stapleton, really. I've had all of this town I can sing.
Switch gears for a minute.
And I got friends out on the coast. We can jump in the water and see what flows. We've been saving for a rainy day. Let's beat the storm and be on our way.
You might be able to pick it up, a little bit of vibration.
There's ridges across and hills to climb. Some days we might fall apart, and some nights might feel cold and dark. But nobody wins afraid of losing, and the hard road goes on.
The transients are really good with this, yeah.
Someday we'll look back and smile and know it was worth every mile. It don't matter to me wherever we are, where I wanna be. And honey, for once in our lives,
I won't be blue always. The sun's gonna shine in my back door someday.
Yeah, so that's unmistakable now.
My head on some lonesome railroad line. 229 can pacify my worried mind. Trouble and love came to me, and it sure did blow my mind. Sometime I feel like living, sometime I feel like dying. Trouble in mind, I'm blue, but I won't be blue always. The wind's gonna come, blow my blues away. Trouble in mind, I'm blue, but I won't be blue always. The sun's gonna shine in my back door someday.
Okay, we're going to do an encore. What is this again? Fleetwood Fox?
Fleet Foxes.
Fleet Foxes. going to have to get them in a room right, set them up right. Obviously, there's a lot of variables, but the ceiling is so high from the performance you can get. And what do these run, price tag?
They are 90
Plus
for
the
just the
outboard.
speaker, and then the outboard crossover is 30,000.
Okay, so 120. Okay. Really good. It's hard to imagine many things beating it much higher. If you like that open baffle line source type, this is probably the preeminent line source open baffle. And then the other ones have separate panels. They start anything higher than this, right? They do a
once
second
you move
panel.
up from this, well, there's one above this, and then once you get to the Raffaello, which they showed at Munich,
Mm-hmm.
then you start getting into there's a whole nother panel.
Okay.
Now it's not like an equivalent of this. It's like
A little bit
1.5 times
Gotcha.
this width, and maybe 8 inches taller. And the level up from this, I believe it's a Michelangelo, is just a touch wider and like another 8 inches taller. So it takes the same height profile of the Raffaello,
Mm-hmm.
but they've redone all the bass drivers and everything in that.
To go a
model.
little bit lower. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing that, people can nitpick. But again, the ceiling of potential with these kind of transients, this kind of line source, ability to layer the stage, everything. The ceiling of potential, if you set these up right and made it to your room, is really as high as it gets. Really good.
Well, and I want to point out these are 94 dB efficient.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
And the designer actually uses these in his this exact model with a set of, I think they're 12 watt 300B.
12 watt, really?
I think that's what he told me.
Yeah.
So, and that's the way he prefers to listen to them.
Mm-hmm.
And prior to moving this Pilium over here, I had the Kagura, the 211 Kondo amps on the woofers, and then I had the 300Bs on the top.
Okay.
It sounded amazing. The external crossover, I think it does more for the sound than by wiring and whatnot. So,
Well, also that added control you get. It's
Yes.
not just outboard crossover. You're getting a level of control
exactly.
for that money. So people might, nitpick that part, but you are getting a little bit more control to tailor it. Because an open baffle speaker does require, the room to be considered a little bit more.
Yes.
Placement, everything. And, you can only sometimes do so much with the room. So having that ability to tweak the crossover to your taste and whatever issues remain in your room is really valuable. So great. This just sounds great. All right. Thank you so much, Chris. This has been a real treat.
I appreciate you coming. Thank you so much.